So hey, what's up everyone? This is MB coming back to you today with love, peace, and sending information your way. So recently I received a text message from a family member of mine, and we were discussing, the upcoming holidays and things like that. So I was trying to give her some information based on, what I heard and what I researched about some of the holidays. And she was telling me, oh, well, at least I'm not celebrating Thanksgiving. I'm celebrating Native American Heritage Month. Today, I thought it would be a good opportunity, or I'll say this conversation with a family member inspired me to do this video about the American holidays. So this is my part 2 from Happy Hoodwink Holidays. If you did not see part 1, go check it out. So to begin with, what I'm about to say may offend some people, it may step on some toes, it may hurt some feelings, but that is never my intention. All I'm trying to do is bring some helpful information that may impact your life. The first thing I would like to say is, have you ever wondered why our race, our melanated people, seem to go through the most traumatic events? Like, if you really think about it, it just seems like every other culture, every other race have it a little bit more easier than our melanated people. And I was really thinking hard about it. I said to myself, I think I know why it just seems like we bring a lot of bad luck into our life, or why it just seemed like we could possibly be the cursed race, and our finances are cursed, and we're always struggling with racism and mistreatment and all types of things that just is not fair. So I think when you hear what I have to say, it might be some correlation to why we go through what we go through. Before I start speaking on the topic of this video, I would like to say that everything that I am about to mention, you have access to it. Meaning that you can research it online, or you can check out some books or purchase some books related to some of the information that I'm about to speak on. So when we put all of our money, our energy, our time into something that is not ours, it's bound to become a major problem for us. It will not serve us for good. I'm going to try my best to make this video very short. I don't want it to be too long, but I really hope that you can focus and really hear the information that I have to say. And you probably heard it before, but maybe this will help you really take it all in. So if you do research on all, or at least most, of the American holidays that the religious and political government people created, you will see that it involves the killing of innocent people or death. Starting with Christmas. Now, we already know that the whole purpose behind Christmas is to acknowledge baby Jesus. And even though the story is a fiction story, I will say this. Mary, Joseph, they were trying to make sure, we already know the story, but just to refresh, they were trying to make sure that their child get a chance to live, because back then there was this king, I believe his name was Nebuchadnezzar. He decided to kill the 3 wise men and the babies. All the male babies for some odd reason. And most likely he had other plans with the females, the female children. I don't know. To me, that's really sad when the God that we serve will allow someone to have that type of mentality to go and just kill innocent babies that haven't even done anything yet. Okay, so another holiday that is linked to Christmas is Centinela. And if you do your research, you will see that the Romans came up with the whole festive idea of getting drunk, um, having sexual inappropriate sex out in public, orgies, blood sacrifice, child sacrifice. It's just many things that is kind of tied into why we celebrate Christmas. They just pretty much changed the name, or they did a remake of Centinela. Now here we are, we have Christmas. Although we do not celebrate Centinela out in the public, or I'll say it's not portrayed where people will be able to see the things that took place. There are some people that still celebrate Centinela in a hidden way, in their private home or a private club, and that is probably why we find a lot of missing children during the fall and winter season, because they're trying to continue on this holiday. And then when we go and celebrate Christmas, we are giving our energy and supporting these type of ideas, but then we're wondering why our finances are really coming up short, or why things are going wrong for us. It's because we're giving our energy to the wrong type of things. So then we also move on to Valentine's Day, which is same as Lupercalia. And I think I mentioned a few of these names in my first video. And that is also a very, I just say it's not for our people. I wouldn't engage in those type of activities. But that is another activity that involves blood sacrifice and pedophilia and alcoholic type of things that evoke demonic spirits. And eventually they changed the name from Lupercalia to Valentine's Day. So then when you wondering, okay, why things are kind of messed up or screwed up, or money ain't right, or plans are going wrong on Valentine's Day, it could be because our ancestors are telling you it is not for us. So when you focus more on materialism, and we know that our purpose, come here to earth to achieve a certain goal, and your focus is more on something that is not natural, most likely your ancestor or whoever you believe in that is from our melanated gods, they're going to turn their back on you. And then you're going to wonder why it seems like, if it's going to feel like you really have bad luck, or you are really cursed. Okay, so I'm kind of backtracking now. Now, when my family, she was telling me that, okay, I'm celebrating Native American Heritage Month. This is how I see it. I feel like that is just a very secret way of the government trying to get you to spend money. They want to monetize off us. And they know that we're not really fond of the story with Columbus coming to America and sitting down and having a special meal with the Native Americans. And many people don't even question, okay, what did the Native Americans have to go through? You know, do you realize they had to really surrender themselves and, you know, pretty much their land, go along with the Columbus ideas and their pilgrims just to make peace? You know, do they realize the things that took place and they were plotted against? But like I said, many of you guys already know this story. It still involves genocide of innocent people. Okay, so now I'm skipping all the way back over to spring. Springtime is another time of the year when people celebrate Easter, all of a sudden, Jesus, they skipped over so many years of when Jesus was growing up. So now all of a sudden he ended up on a cross, and they're trying to kill him on off. Now, the thing that I find strange about this story is, why would he recommend people to imagine drinking his blood and eating his flesh? And I'm trying to figure, okay, why do it have to be like that? Why he can't just say, okay, eat fruit and vegetables so you can be healthy and just stay righteous. He wants people to remember him by blood, and that's our only way to heaven. To me, that sounds like cannibalism. I don't know. It sounds pretty questionable to me. But a lot of Christians, they still go for it, and they just see it as it is, and they don't see it for what it really is, and that is death. Okay, here we go again. Recognizing somebody being tortured on a cross until, they so-called give up the ghost. So that, to me, I think that's another thing you guys should look at. It involves death. And also, this is kind of not related to death, but this is kind of like wake up and smell the coffee. When you are telling your children that the bunnies lay eggs, that is so dead wrong. And I'm guilty of it. I have did it before. I did not realize that. I just went along with the program. But please stop telling your kids bunnies lay eggs, because they do not. It is a hidden meaning, and it's related to sex and or fertility. Okay, so I done went into the spring. Now I'm moving on to the summer. So our 4th of July. Now we know that many of our African American people joined in to fight along with the Caucasian when we went into the Revolutionary War with the British. But many people don't realize that the African American slaves that fought in the war alongside the Caucasian went through hell. And when I say hell, not because of just the war, but because they were slaves, and they were tortured and they were murdered by their own American people. The same soldiers that they were fighting alongside with had another plot in mind. If they didn't like something the slave did, or something that they said, it was a done deal. They would be castrated or lynched or something similar to that, because that's what they do. And then here we go, another celebration with death in mind. So did I skip? I think I skipped a month. I skipped St. Patrick's Day. Yes, I did. So you would think, oh, with all these green clover leaves and all the gold and the fun fairy tale about the leprechaun, well, that is also another holiday that involves death, because whether people want to accept it or not, there was this Caucasian man, and his name was St. Patrick, and he was hired by what group of people hired him? By the Pope. Yes, the Roman Catholic folks, to go and slaughter and kill all of the African Irish people. And to mock them, they developed this character called the leprechaun. So how do you like that? You would think it was a very simple, innocent holiday, and it's all about this Christian man. But yes, it is about the death of innocent people. Okay, and I know everybody is looking forward to Black Friday. So, and I'm going to tell you this much. No, I don't think it have anything to do exactly with death, but it is a day that our ancestors had to experience misery. And when I say that, many of the slaves were sold at a discounted price, and that is why they came up with the term Black Friday. many of the slave owners that wanted, to save some money and get them the right slave to come out and do what they need to do for their plantation, yes, that's where we get the term from. So the government created the holiday. No, I'm not going to call it a holiday. The government created a day that people, especially our people, can go stand in long lines and act crazy and spend up all their money over their products, and they just sit back and just chill and collect the money. And they're taking your energy away because you are putting all of your energy into all the negative meanings behind that day. Okay? And most likely somebody probably died fighting so they wouldn't have to be sold into slavery. All right, so to sum up this whole lecture about holidays, like I said, you can take this information and use it and do better. Create your own holiday and leave these negative holidays alone. Or, you can just stay asleep. But I'm going to tell you, don't expect things to work out smoothly in your life because you are giving your energy to people that are not, our ancestors are not at peace, and they still have a connection to us because they're in our bloodline. So all I'm saying is, I know that it's hard to let go of the fun and games and the festive, beautiful lights and decorations, but I'm trying to tell you, you got to figure out what's more important to you. Like I said, you can save a couple of bucks, create your own activities and festive activities, or you can just stay stuck in European westernized ideas and see how far it gets you. So all I'm going to say, I'm going to end on this note. Let go of those fake ass holidays. Love yourself. I love you guys. Take care. Peace out.